This is a LabVIEW Beginner lesson, where we make a heart rate monitor. This video's lesson is lesson 3-5, Compartmentalizing the GUI module. In the last video, we compartmentalized the acquisition. Today, we'll do it with the GUI, but it's not as straightforward because we have a lot of controls and indicators. Instead of using edit and create a sub-VI, we'll copy another VI and just place it inside. We will also configure the VI to show the front panel when it's ran, because all of the interaction for the user will be in the GUI VI. This is what needs to be in front, not the launcher. We'll just start up where we left off, and this time it's this boy which needs to go in. I can show you what happened. If I press create sub-VI now, we will get this. The selection contains a lot of front panel terminals, for loop, blah, blah, blah. So the functionality will change, which is what I showed you in the last video. So I won't go into it, but this won't work. So what we'll instead do, save as, and we'll copy this one. Just like we did with other ones. And we will put this in its own folder, GUI. And we'll also change the name. We want to keep the input and the output since that will be identical, but we'll delete all the content here. We'll start by editing the icon. If we were smart last time, we would have made the background one thing and then the letter is something else. But since we weren't that clever, we will have to delete it all. And then we'll take this and this as white, and then we can make a new layer and then write in the names. So it would be easier to copy later. Heart rate monitor -G for GUI, and then we can write here GUI main. We'll now just copy all of the content from the other VI in here from the launcher. By doing this, we got everything we needed, which is good. And I'll just sort this out. This is the input clusters, and we don't really need to see it, so I'll just move it away. What we are interested in is the error, maybe also the error in, and there we are. So what we can do now is just to delete this one and drag in this one, and we'll hook it up just like the other one. And now it's even smaller and nicer. But they have an issue now because this is the front panel which will show if you run it now. And that's not good. We want the GUI to be shown. So what we'll do is we'll go into VI properties, window appearance, and we can just choose the top level window. This will automatically show front panel when called, close it after it originally closed. Show from panel when loaded. Show from panel when loaded just means when you open the application, like not even run it, and we don't want that, so we'll cross that out. But the rest of the functions here are fine. There is also a better way to do it, doing it programmatically, but for our case it doesn't really matter. And we see the reminiscence of this variable here, and we can delete it, remove and rewire. And we have to fix this here too. Since we're not using this as a local variable anymore, what we can do is just to put it back into latch when released, which means when we press it and it's red, it pops out again. Another thing that happened when we edited it is that the stop button here got removed. Since we're still debugging, I would want it back. Oh, we press show abort button, and yeah, That's it. And now it should do the exact same thing as it always has, with the only difference is that we should have a pop-up of the GUI. And here it goes. And we tap it, it works just like last time. That's it for this lesson. In the next lesson, we will clean the whole project up and also put the init and the close in its own VI, compartmentalizing the project even more.